The night begins with a silence so heavy, it feels like the air itself is holding its breath. And then, out of nowhere, comes the whisper that sets the tennis world on fire. She's back, and she's not afraid anymore. No one expected this match to happen so soon. No one expected it to happen like this, under the lights of a first-ever exhibition event, surrounded by a crowd that can feel history humming beneath their feet. Naomi Osaka walks into the arena with a calmness that almost feels unreal. Her eyes don't dart around. They don't search for comfort. They focus. Straight ahead. Straight into the storm. Across the court stands Arena Sabalenka, current world #1, a force of nature, a player who hits the ball so hard it echoes. She doesn't just play tennis. She devours it. And tonight, she is ready to devour anyone in her way. The crowd senses the collision long before the players even warm up. Two women, two eras, two energies. One returning to reclaim a destiny. The other defending a throne built by fire and fury. Osaka bounces the ball slowly, like she's feeling her heartbeat through each sphere of yellow fuzz. Sabalenka swings her arm loose, a predator preparing to leap. There is no trophy tonight. No ranking points. But somehow, this feels heavier than any Grand Slam final. Because what's really on the line here is belief. The announcer's voice booms through the arena, but the players barely hear it. Osaka hears only the rhythm of her breath. Sabalenka hears only the dare in front of her. The first serve slices through the air like a lightning bolt. Osaka returns it with a sound that makes the front row flinch. She is not easing into this. She is declaring herself, I am still here. Sabalenka grins. Not mockingly. Respectfully. Because this is exactly the Osaka she wanted. Not hesitant. Not cautious. Unchained. The second rally stretches longer, deeper, riskier. Sabalenka unloads a forehand that looks like it could crack the court open. Osaka doesn't just reach it, she redirects it, smooth as a whisper, into the corner. A gasp sweeps through the arena. This isn't a match. It's a statement. And Sabalenka answers that statement with a roar, stepping in, taking the ball earlier, harder, daring Osaka to keep up. The pace becomes unreal. Balls fly like sparks. Footsteps scrape the court like a storm dragging across the ground. The audience stops blinking, afraid to miss even a second. For a moment, it feels like time is struggling to keep up with them. Osaka's game has changed. She's more mature, more disciplined, more anchored. Her shots aren't just powerful, they're intentional. She plays like someone who walked through her own shadows and came back carrying the light. Sabalenka, meanwhile, is pure intensity. She is the storm Osaka must stand against. The kind of opponent who forces greatness or destroys anyone who doesn't possess it. A stunning cross-court backhand sends Sabalenka scrambling. Osaka senses the opening, steps in, and fires a forehand winner that tears through the air like a comet. The crowd explodes. Sabalenka nods. Yes, this is the fight she came for. The rallies grow longer. The exchanges grow darker, deeper, more desperate. Osaka's breathing becomes heavier. Sabalenka's steps grow louder. But neither woman gives an inch. Both are chasing something beyond the scoreboard. Osaka wants redemption, not from the world, but from herself. Sabalenka wants affirmation, proof that the crown she wears is unshakable. A fierce rally sends Sabalenka stretching wide, sliding, reaching. Osaka, reading the court like a map she has known her whole life, lifts a perfect lob. Sabalenka turns, runs, leaps. She misses by inches. Osaka's expression doesn't change, but inside her chest something awakens. A flame she thought had gone out. But Sabalenka is not someone who fades. She breaks back with power that rattles the stadium. Her grunt becomes deeper, her movement more explosive, her eyes burning with competitive wildfire. Osaka wipes her face with her wristband, exhales, and steps back to the line. The match becomes a seesaw of emotions, hope, fear, adrenaline, doubt, courage, all tangled into every swing of the racket. The crowd realizes what they're watching. This isn't Osaka's past versus Sabalenka's present. This is the future clashing against the future. A particularly brutal rally ends with Osaka ripping a backhand so clean it feels destined. Sabalenka answers with a serve so heavy it nearly pushes Osaka off balance. Every point feels like a battle. Every moment feels like a reckoning. Both players begin smiling through the pressure. Not out of arrogance. Out of joy. Pure, raw, unfiltered joy. Because this chaos, this fire, this test, is why they pick up the racket every day. The final game arrives like thunder approaching. Osaka's legs are tired. Sabalenka's arm is burning. But neither woman steps back. Osaka serves. Sabalenka crushes the return. Osaka counters with a flick of the wrist that paints the line. Sabalenka steps in, fearless, demolishing a backhand. The court feels too small for this moment. Osaka responds with a forehand that screams through the air. Sabalenka lunges. Gets it. Osaka rushes forward. The crowd rises. The tension clings to the walls. And Osaka finishes the point with a touch so delicate it almost feels unreal. The stadium erupts into chaos. Sabalenka raises her hand with a grin that acknowledges brilliance. Osaka looks up at the lights, her chest rising, her breath trembling, not with fear, but with fulfillment. There is no trophy handed out tonight. No rankings shift. No confetti falls from the sky. But something more important happens. Osaka proves she still belongs among the best. Sabalenka proves her crown means something because she faces challengers like this. Two champions. Two paths. One unforgettable collision. As the lights dim and the players walk off the court, the crowd knows they didn't just witness a match, they witnessed a moment. A moment that whispers, the future of women's tennis is brighter, louder, and more beautiful than ever. And somewhere deep inside both players, a fire burns quietly, promising that this was only the beginning.